Chelsea Football Club, one of the best teams in the entire world. They can win absolutely anything from Club World Cups, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, you name it. But damn, can they be inconsistent as hell if they want. I mean, they can lose 4-0 to Bournemouth and totally crumble towards the end of the season. And you know what might help that? Maybe a team of former players. Hey everyone, it is Fidia, that is FYWN. And as I said today, we are making a Chelsea team out of former Chelsea players that are still playing football. As I said, they are still playing football, so please don't mention the likes of any of those. So guys, at the end of the day, I hope you guys are all in a positive mental attitude, because I know lockdown can be frustrating, it can be rough, and at the end of the day, I hope you guys are all in high spirits and you guys are all doing well, because at the end of the day, that is all that matters, that you guys are doing well, and I hope that is the case. If not, I hope things do improve for you. So before we get too far into this video, I do want to please ask you that you guys do support this channel, because I really do want to get monetized one day. That genuinely is my dream. So just genuinely by you watching this, if you press that subscribe button and you like this video, liking is important, then yeah, that really does get me a step closer to my goal, and genuinely one extra person subscribing gives me the biggest smile on my face. So please do that if you're not subscribed. Start off in the goalkeeper position. Now let's be honest, anything is better than Kepa Arrizabalaga, the goalkeeper who, let's be honest, assigned himself as a manager for a game for Chelsea.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
The former Chelsea player I have gone for between the posts is going to be Thibaut Courtois. I mean, yes, let's be honest, his catching for Real Madrid in his first season, oh, it resembled something like Spider-Man from The Amazing Spider-Man with Gwen Stacy. He let a lot of people down. So all I have to say is Thibaut Courtois, though, is a world-class goalkeeper. This previous season with Real Madrid, 12 clean sheets in 24 games in La Liga. That is not a bad record. And over 120 clean sheets in the Premier League for Chelsea. At the end of the day, he is a very good goalkeeper. Yes, he does make his mistakes. I remember them saying, oh, Messi for Barcelona has never scored past Chelsea, and then nutmegs Thibaut Courtois twice in one game. But at the end of the day, as I said, over 120 Premier League clean sheets for him, and a World Cup Golden Glove. That is very impressive, and on his day is one of the best goalkeepers in the world, so I have to put him in this list. Move on to the defense, and I mean, there's no really good right back that is left in recent times, so the one I've gone with, look, it's cheating a tiny bit, don't tell your teachers, but I've put a right mid there who can play right back, and it is Cuadrado, the Colombian from Juventus, who, believe it or not, only got 13 league appearances for Chelsea, which, I mean, that is totally embarrassing, because he is a world-class player. And I mean, he's a Chelsea flop. I can't believe only 13 appearances. But yeah, I mean, he's won multiple Serie A's with Juventus. I mean, that's kind of from the contract. It's what you expect. You move to Juventus, you win the title. That's how it works. But yeah, also won a Premier League with Chelsea. It's a pity he didn't get the proper chance that he did end up deserving. But yeah, I mean, you only had to watch him play for Colombia in the 2018 World Cup to realize how fast he is, to realize how much of a team player he is, how good he truly is. First centre-back we have on this list is going to be the man with the big hairstyle himself. It is David Luiz from Chelsea. Now I do want to just tell you guys that all the players on this list, it's based on current form, how they are currently playing. So I'm not going to put Ivanovic in this team. And you know, maybe there's some other big players who are just playing in like random leagues somewhere that I won't mention, because this is based on current form. But yeah, David Luiz, I mean, he is actually a great centre-back, and in my opinion, the best attacking centre-back on his day. Let's be 100% honest, when he gets a through ball, damn, that man's vision is 100% spot on. But sadly, I mean, if you count all of his own goals this season, he's probably one of Arsenal's top scorers this season. But bar that, I think he is a world-class centre-back. He's played for some of the biggest clubs in the world with some of the best personalities and players in the entire world. I mean, he's played with Neymar, he's played with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, with Eden Hazard and Bart Simpson. But Luiz, a great centre-back overall. Sadly, he was the captain of that Brazil team that was absolutely crushed by Germany in the 2014 World Cup. But you know what, at the end of the day, a very impressive record. It's a bit weird that he left for Arsenal from Chelsea. I mean, bitter rivals. And to be 100% honest for you, nowadays it's like leaving a super hot girl to go date another girl who used to be a hot, but something went horribly wrong. The second centre-back I have is a player that really had a good partnership with John Terry, and it is going to be Cahill. Of course, he is now at Crystal Palace, And he, I mean, let's be honest, team of the seasons when he was at Chelsea. He's won many things at Chelsea, like the Europa League, like FA Cup, like Premier League. He was a very strong centre-back when he was younger. Now at Crystal Palace, which to me, that was a very bizarre move. But I mean, if you look at that partnership between David Luiz and Cahill, I think that is a very strong partnership. The last defender I have on this list is going to be Van Aanholt from Crystal Palace. Now, that's 2 Crystal Palace players in this team, and I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of Crystal Palace players in this team, and you know what? That's what many people said about the team of the season so far, the community team of the season so far. Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at you, Wilfried Zaha. How did you make it on that list? Which, by the way, guys, if you want to see, I did make a comedy skit. As I said, support on this channel hasn't been the greatest as of late, so I really would appreciate you guys checking out that video. It's a comedy skit of how I think players reacted to them getting a team of the season. Funny comedy skits, I had lots of fun making it. Go check that out. Arnold's almost 100 Crystal Palace League appearances, 97 at the moment with 13 goals, which for a fullback, that is very, very impressive. And defensively, he is not bad either. He's played all over England, and I think the Dutch left back has, had a really good career. I mean, he was runner-up in the Nations League with Netherlands, has represented Netherlands in every age category for a very strong national team. That is very, very impressive. So guys, that is the defense, and I want to ask you guys, vote in the I Think up above, do you think that is better than Chelsea's current defense? Because that is a very, very strong defense. We go to the midfield, which, guys, I'm not going to lie, the midfield is without a doubt the best part of this entire list. I mean, it is mad, it is insane, and this, if this was a real midfield right now, I would say is the best midfield of all time. Start in the left midfield position, it is going to be Eden Hazard, which, let's be honest, since he moved to Real Madrid, boy came thick, boy came dummy thick. I mean, what happened, Eden Hazard? Who did you eat? What did you eat? Eden Hazard, one of the best wingers in the world, let's be honest. I mean, he's saved Chelsea on multiple occasions, now at Real Madrid, which that's quite funny. 2 Belgian players moving from Chelsea to Real Madrid, not having the best first season. But yeah, he was a bit injury stricken, so let's hope he does have a better second season for them. As I said, lots of assists and lots of goals for Chelsea when he did play at them. Real Madrid hasn't contributed quite yet, but you know, that's purely the FIFA cover star curse. I mean, if you're the FIFA cover star, you're going to have a bad season. It's pretty much how that works.
It's in the game.
Second midfielder I have is another Belgian midfielder or another Belgian player. And guys, this is without a doubt to me, past Messi and Ronaldo, the best player in the entire world. It is Kevin De Bruyne, which, guys, I genuinely can't believe the Ginger Ninja used to play for Chelsea. I mean, how did that happen? How did Kevin De Bruyne play for Chelsea? I mean, he is an absolute star, best attacking midfielder in the world. And from what I've seen from as long as I've watched football, because I wasn't watching football around the era of like Zinedine Zidane and them, I would say the best attacking midfielder I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, his chance creation is amazing. I mean, past 15 assists in 3 different seasons for Manchester City. I think he is an absolute star, best attacking midfielder in the world, in my opinion. And I mean, stats speak for himself. I mean, you don't even let him have to tell you that.
Yeah, but let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Come on.
Okay, De Bruyne, we're good. You get it. You yourself can agree that you are world class. And I mean, I think Chelsea are pretty sad that you don't play for them anymore. We move to the next midfielder now. I could have put Cesc Fabregas in there, but I don't know if he had that amazing season. I could have put Matic in there, but why would I do that? So I've put Juan Mata in there because, to be honest, Juan Mata has saved United on multiple occasions. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Europa League itself, I mean, he has single-handedly saved us quite a few times. I mean, he is Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, he's just not the kind of player to put in a bad tackle at all. I mean, there have been talks in recent years that maybe he's not as good because he is getting a bit older. But I mean, let's be honest, being a United player or a fan ages you hectically. I mean, I've done YouTube for 1.5 years and look how much it's aged me as a United fan. Juan Mata has won absolutely everything under the sun. World Cup, he's won the Euros, he's won Europa League, he's won the Champions League, he's won absolutely everything. Club World Cup. He was the Eden Hazard at Chelsea before Eden Hazard was the Eden Hazard at Chelsea. And I mean, that deserves a like on this video, guys, because that was fairly tricky to say in one mouthful. But yeah, as I said, Juan Mata, heavily underrated at times. I think he's one of the best players of his generation, and it is a pity that he has fallen down the slope in recent years. But at the end of the day, has been an absolute hero for both Chelsea, Man United, and, you know, a few other clubs like Valencia, and for Spain. We get to the last midfielder, and it is going to be Mo Salah, the Egyptian king. I mean, Liverpool fans absolutely love him. I mean, we 100% know that. I mean, it's only a pity that Champions League 2-3 seasons ago versus Real Madrid, his shoulder, did suffer a bit of social distancing from its socket, and that did, of course, cause him some troubles in the World Cup. But at the end of the day, incredible player, and if it wasn't for that, he probably would have won the Ballon d'Or that year. But you know what? I think Mo Salah, one of the best players in the world. As I said, along with Mane, probably one of the best attackers in the world after Ronaldo and Messi. I think Salah is incredible. I mean, he's broken records in the Premier League. I mean, once again, like De Bruyne, I can't believe Salah used to play for Chelsea. I mean, can you imagine just alone? I mean, skip this whole squad. Can you imagine just Salah and De Bruyne playing for Chelsea? I mean, that would be an unstoppable team. As I said, Mo Salah, one of the best players in the entire world, and has scored more goals than I have goals on my New Year's resolutions. Which, by the way, guys, that's a big list because I want to change a lot. That came out a lot sadder than I meant for it. That was just supposed to be a joke. Now I think I'm just going to get hot chocolate and lie under a blanket for a while. So guys, that is the midfield, and guys, in my opinion, that would be one of the best midfields of all time. Now let's jump into the attack before we review the entire team. So we get to the first striker, because I've got two strikers here, and the first one I have is going to be Diego Costa, which, yes, that man was born with a 5 o'clock shadow with a pint in his hand. I mean, that guy, there's just no way he ever went to school. This man was born and he was given an office job. This guy has always just been a caveman. But yeah, Diego Costa, one of the most lethal strikers in the world, and to me is the reason Spain got as far as they did in the 2018 World Cup. Although they were horrible, Diego Costa, I feel at times has been the best striker in the world, and one of Chelsea's best strikers in recent times, because they have struggled in recent times with the striker. I mean, I guess Morata isn't the best base to measure that off of. As I said, Costa, a world-class striker, and it is a pity that he did leave Chelsea, because I think Chelsea genuinely would have competed this year if they did have a striker like Costa. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Abraham, but Costa, another level. Last player on this list, and it is going to be Romelu, the other striker, and Lukaku, I think he's heavily underrated. I mean, yes, he did have one of the worst touches when he was at Man United. I mean, it's a bit opposite of Adam Johnson, is it? Oof, that joke might be a bit too adult for me, to be honest with you. But yeah, I do think Lukaku is an amazing player. He is the 8th highest scoring foreign player in Premier League history. He's gotten more goals in the Premier League than Ryan Giggs and Didier Drogba. I think Lukaku, really, amazing player overall. I mean, he's played for West Brom, Everton, Chelsea and Man United. It's a pity that he really didn't just cement his position when he was at Chelsea, because I think he would have been an absolute hero for them. But yeah, if you guys did not know, Alex Ferguson's last game for Man United was a 5-5 draw versus West Brom, where Lukaku came off the bench and got a hat-trick. Lukaku's been around forever, and I'm so glad he has really just risen again at Inter Milan and proven that he is a world-class striker. Along with everything that I have mentioned, he is also Belgium's highest scorer or top scorer of all time. I mean, Lukaku is an absolute beast and deserves respect. So guys, that is the entire squad of former Chelsea players that are still playing, guys. That I genuinely think that team could compete for a lot. And you guys, if you have any other teams you want me to do this on, please put it in the comment section down below. And there at the top, I'll put an eye thingy linking to the other former player videos I have made, so you guys can check out the playlist itself. Guys, once again, really want some more support on this channel because it hasn't done that well lately. So please do subscribe to this channel if you're not. That genuinely will make me smile for the rest of the day, if not the rest of the week. That's how much it means to me, I promise you. And do like it so that YouTube knows that you do like my content and pushes it out a bit further. Maybe one day I can get monetized. But other than that, guys, I hope you're all doing well and you guys are all in a good mental state. This has been Finn, FYNN. Love every single one of you. Stay awesome.